important. If they manage to pick up this pistol, getting those 2 to 3 rounds right off the bat is a massive boost to your confidence on this map in particular.
Oh, no doubt. And I think actually the Navi would need the CT pistol here because AGAiN are a really strong T side team on Inferno.
This is really scary though. They've gone for a bit of a gamble, and look at this. Pasha's waiting right back here. He does manage to pick up the 1. He gets a 2nd. He gets all 3. Pasha, massive play. That is so big. And now all of a sudden it's just Guardian left alone. Taz finds Edward in the meantime, and there it is. Talk about a perfect pistol round again. Navi walk right into the blender.
I mean, if that's this type of play that's gonna come out from this T-sided AGAiN team, then ouch. Now you're gonna have a rough time. That was dominant, and what a sick couple of shots coming out of Pasha there. Basically winning the round by himself.
That was it. Yeah, he single-handedly stopped 3 players from Navi from even making it out of Banana. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, the door's closed. You're not getting in. This is a real problem. You know, he had that velvet rope, and this Pasha we're talking about too. He would really fit the role. But that club, you know, that was a very exclusive club, and Pasha just would not let them in. Now the real problem here is, well, what do Navi got in store for us? And Navi, in fact, not going for P250 armor. In fact, they only get a deagle on Edward. So that's all the money they're putting into the second round. They're really going to be relying on the standard issue fare here. But it is going to be the quick way to be. And now again, he's looking to overwhelm the defense. And they're doing just that. Seized at the back of the site is going to get cut down. And now it's just the 2 men, 3 guys rotating in through CT. It's all going to be on them now. And I want to watch Edward because, well, Edward, get over to the B side. That's where they all are, bro.
And I'm not sure if you actually caught this earlier, but Zeus was actually AFK until the bomb went down.
Wow.
At first, I thought his PC had crashed, he timed out, something to that effect, because he wasn't moving at all. Until his teammates finally rotated over, and then he suddenly came to life. So that was weird to look at. And yeah, you could see it.
Console's asking, like, everything okay? Huh. That is interesting.
And apparently everything's good, yeah.
Well, that's
all good.
That's a shift. That's actually something to take note of. If Zeus didn't, you know, had some kind of like technical difficulties, some kind of problem, all of a sudden, you know, losing on the pistol round no less. If you lose that pistol round, it decides so much, because now very likely we're going to see 3 rounds for AGAiN before Navi really have an answer. They've gone ahead and invested in the P250s. Edward still has his deagle from the last round, so we still some firepower on the CT side, but it's not going to be perfect here. It's going to be a real struggle for them to find the shots that they need.
Again, just slowly doing the same thing they did last round, working their way up towards Banana, having Taz posted up in what I would describe as a get-right position.
Oh,
there we go, Pasha.
Yeah, that was not pretty. He did manage to pick up 1 starix, so there is something there, managing to catch byali flashed. So nice setup there from starix's teammate to allow that to happen, but this is still their situation now. Again, gonna get the plant in the open. Taz manages to find Guardian, and now, well, things get pretty hairy here for Navi. 2 members left alive, and it looks like they just want to try and catch somebody out. As Edward, he's got his deagle. He's just sitting over here watching an angle, hoping that somebody walks by. Oh, there it is. Takes the shot, doesn't get it. So this is really just rough at this point. There we go. Zeus manages to find Pasha, however. That is nice work from him. We have the 2 members still alive, and they're very close to the site. They just want to draw all the attention here. Hope that they can pull some members back for AGAiN, but it's not going to happen. 2 kills is all they're going to get.
Well, it could have been worse, I guess, but nothing too game-altering or game-shifting happening in any of those ecos, really. Bit of a weird situation with Zeus being AFK in that second round, but everything seems to be okay. Both teams bought up, and Guardian has that trademark op.
Yeah, man. He's got the gun. Now, can he put it to use? That's the real thing. But so far, we got hell of a fireworks though going over on the B side. Things are just going to hell. In fact, Zeus manages to hold off 1, but Pasha comes around the corner and picks him off. And all of a sudden, it's going to be Guardian, first man on the scene. Do they have a smoke to cut him off? Yes, they do. Takes a shot and finds it. There's the shot onto Pasha through the smoke. Brings it back to a 2-on-2. And all of a sudden, things aren't looking so grim here. Na'Vi have a chance.
That was a crazy shot from Guardian right there. I mean, I was thinking the same thing as you. Is there a smoke there? And, well, it didn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, Guardian was like, smokes? We don't need no smokes. We don't need no stinking smokes. This is, well, there we go. Neo with the flank. Now it is going to be Guardian. He does manage to take out Neo, but snax from the back of sight, finds him in the end. Even holds on to that op. That is kind of heartbreaking there. Or does he? In fact, no. It looks like he just swapped out something else, pistol maybe. But
probably Pasha declined the offer of getting an up because they're doing really well right now. They've gotten up to a flying start with just rifles, and Pasha has been a very big part of that. So if he's feeling it with the AK, though, no need to change.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice nade right there on the C's, returning the favor. He goes for another shot. It's not going to happen. starix now falling back to the B site, but again, not taking it, not pushing this time around. They're really slow playing it, in fact. Hoping to get a big rotation out of Na'Vi, you know, thinking, well, okay, they're going to B again. That's not going to be the case, however. Edward is up in a pretty smart position, but Taz is waiting and finds him. And now things get really difficult here for Na'Vi. 3 members left alive, 2 of them over here on A, and in pretty good spots. But they need to find the opportunity here. Pasha gets Zeus, Taz finds Guardian, and now it's all going to be on starix to hold things off, but it's a 1-on-5. He goes for the shot onto Pasha, but it's not going to be good enough. He is going to get it in the end. Okay, I spoke too soon. The first shot wasn't good enough, guys. The second and third shot, not too shabby. This is still very tough for him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get much more than that frag onto Pasha out of that round. AGAiN are just playing this really well. I mean, they're mixing it up. They're doing the same sort of basic setup each and every time by grabbing control over banana. This time they went back towards the A bomb site, but I'm really liking the way ESC are playing right now. They're playing as a team. They're playing together. They got each other's backs. I don't think there's been a single round where they've lost a man without getting a trade kill for him.
Yeah.
And that's so big. That's huge.
And we can take a look real quick, but I think Pasha has a lot to say. You know, he's responsible for a lot in this sort of situation. Taz as well with the 6-1 scoreline, but Pasha in particular over on the B side of things has really been stepping it up with the refrags. So, fine work coming out here from AGAiN, but again, Na'Vi, they just want to push this. They want to get into their face as quickly as possible. Pasha and byali got to get 2, and this is all down to C's, but the nade chases him down. There's no escape. The bomb site is open. 3 kills for AGAiN, clears everything up, and now you can see it's just Guardian and Edward. They're on the other side of things, other side of the match. No hope of having an impact here.
They have to save. There is no real option otherwise, and Edward's, you know,
just on a mission doing what Edward does.
Adding injury to insult, not insult to injury. byali takes out Edward, and I think Guardian's gonna have a hard time saving this op.
So, I mean, if he catches Pasha out here, that gives away his position. There you go. Finds a shot on Pasha. Pasha just turns right into that 50 cal bullet.
And now the hunt begins.
Yeah, now it really begins in earnest. Now they know what's up. They're still having to run up against an op in hallways, which is scary. But, I mean, it's just they're not going to have time to find him. So Guardian lives, and that's so important there. His op could really make the difference here in this round. He even drops a rifle for a teammate, so it looks like they want to stretch this. They had just enough. 5,000 on starix and 45 and change for Zeus. So they will actually go for a buy here as Na'Vi. So
and if
saving
I
that
were
up made
Na'Vi,
all the difference in the end.
Yeah, and if I were Na'Vi, I would not go back to that triple setup in banana.
No, it's failed them every time.
Yeah, they did the exact same thing. Well, we almost had an identical round to what we saw really 2 rounds before that, where Guardian got that shot on Pasha through smoke. Identical situation. They start off getting a first frag, then the trades start happening, and AGAiN has always come out ahead after those trades. And I'm questioning why not just put Guardian there, because they seem to be working a lot towards B. Doesn't matter if they actually execute on B, they do show themselves quite far up in banana, so why not just put them over there? Yeah.
There you go. Despite the fact that he was flashed, he still somehow finds a shot. Manages to take out Neo. byali's still there, but the flank comes in. That's all the defense cleared up on A. And again, they've got 6 rounds on the terrorist side. 6-0.
And this should be number 7.
This should be number 7, yeah. If they go for this, and Na'Vi look like they're not going to hold back, they really want to push this. The Molotov is going to go down, do no damage, in fact. Maybe just a little bit of burn damage on snax, singed his eyebrows. But starix and C's, they have to just stay alive with this. They can't afford to give up these rifles. And even C's, like, staying here is questionable. It's like if they pick them off, again, it's just, you know, starix has managed to hold on to Guardian's op, but this is still just giving away a rifle. And there we go. He doesn't even get a kill. Taz takes him out, and that is so big.
That was a silly decision by Seized. Even if he gets 1 or 2 frags there, it doesn't do anything to the economy of AGAiN. Not a thing. They couldn't care less. If he dies, that's closer to end of world for Na'Vi. So that did not make sense whatsoever. And again, Na'Vi, keep pushing up towards Banana. Guardian's still posted up at a bomb site, and I don't know why. This does not make sense to me at all.
Oh, well, they have a good answer this time. They got the nade and the molly. Nice combos, but there it's canceled out by that smoke, and now, well, Seized doesn't even manage to get the job done. Gets 1 kill, but this is all starix. He gets 2 before he is still alive behind new boxes. Gets a 3rd one as well onto snax. And now this is actually Taz, last man alive in a 1v4. All of a sudden, things looking pretty bright here for Na'Vi. But that was just great shots. I mean, they do manage to pick off Seized. It was really just starix who made it there. And as I say that, starix actually getting picked off. Taz, 2 kills to his name. He's in a 1v2. Guardian is waiting around the corner, though, and there it is. He spots him out. Guardian not going to miss the shot. Lays him low. But, you know...
They do finally get the round, but I don't see starix picking up 3 guys every time.
No, that's the thing.
AGAiN runs into that B-bomb site. Because AGAiN have pretty dominantly taken B site as they like. Whenever they wanted, they've just gone in there.
They're going for the Na'Vi. Zeus is rushing down mid. Where are you going, Zeus? What are you going to do? He gets all the way to the bottom, smokes it off, but now look at this. This is the problem. The sandwich closes. Neo with the perfect punish. Catches him out. They pick off Edward as well. It's just Guardian over on the A site. Now we have Zeus trying to push down to the bottom, and he's going to get sprayed down through the smoke. Nothing is working for Na'Vi, and this is the biggest deal here. This resets their round loss bonus. This puts them back in the Stone Age as far as money is concerned. starix gets 1, but hey, AGAiN don't care. They've got 4 guys alive, and they're heading to B. starix and Guardian need to absolutely hold on to these rifles. They cannot afford to even show themselves.
And that was about as chaotic of a round as you'll ever see. I think every single cross point was smoked off at some point there, and a lot of them at the same time as well. There was like this trifecta, or this triforce, I guess, between the second mid and the bottom side and the top side of middle. That was just completely smoked off, and there was this own little sphere going on inside of that smoke where people just died. That was crazy.
Right now I'm just drawing the arrow where this is the Zeus arrow, and X marks the spot where he died. Because he had nowhere to go. Like, this is the problem. This is the Na'Vi play that we were talking about. They push down mid and try and take control of it early on, but then, again, just had the perfect answer. They go up second mid and then cut him off. Now Zeus is caught between a rock and a hard place. He has nowhere to go. The smoke is here, so his teammates can't even support him. So Zeus is a freebie. He's dead. We saw that. He just gets instantly wiped out.
Yeah.
And then Na'Vi are down a man with no real answer. And they lose Edward as well in the apartments. So it's just 2 guys for nothing. No return.
And then Seized get picked up. Now Seized or starix gets picked up through smoke.
Exactly. So. That's just, you know, nothing working for Na'Vi that last round. So this is problem. This is problem here all of a sudden for Na'Vi, because they're back to square one. We see them. They've got P250s. This is looking like a 9th round for AGAiN on the T side of Inferno. This is looking fantastic for them. But hey, Seized managed to find a pretty good headshot onto Neo. That drops the bomb. And now we have 2 members here. In fact, starix up in the trees. He's posted up, and it doesn't look like they've managed to figure this out yet again. There's another shot coming in from starix. He's got the P2000. He drops down now. But they bring it back to a 3-on-3. Or a 3-on-2 now, rather. As Pasha finds a headshot on Edward. And Taz takes out starix, so it is all going to be down to Zeus in the end. But he is a god after all. He can do magical things. Point the finger, Zeus. Point the finger and let it be done.
I hope he has refreshers.
Yeah, dude. He needs
all I
that
know.
ulti right now. Pasha wouldn't live if he had that ulti.
AGAiN refresher, go.
Oh, no.
But look at this. This is something you'll probably never see again. Edward without a single kill 10 rounds into the game. That doesn't happen.
That's actually a pretty big deal. This is getting out of hand, but then you have Seized, a guy who's been pulling a lot of weight on Na'Vi recently.
Yeah,
he's got one.
This is similar to what we saw with the Stana on Mirage, with Doja having, well, no frags really for, well, on Nuke.
Oh, Nuke, yeah,
having no
he didn't have
frags.
any frags for
Yeah.
like, what, 10 rounds or something?
And then just something flipped the switch in him on Mirage. And he did his utmost to carry his team. And the same thing needs to happen with either Seized or Edward for Na'Vi to have a realistic chance of coming back into this.
Yeah, that really is going to be what it boils down to here, is Guardian does manage to go and get the trade. So it's that 1-for-1, but again, they're not to be deterred. They're still pushing around. They still want to throw their weight around. Gets a good parting headshot onto Neo, but snax with the flank up onto the spot is going to get him down. And now it's just Zeus, last man alive. He gets dropped in on from snax, and this is all Seized, but Seized.
He's
Now they're
already
finding
out of
themselves
there.
in that dangerous position of just constantly trying to save guns. They're not even they don't even have a chance at this point. It's like 1v4s, 2v5s. What do? You can't go for that, so you have to save, but then you're just saving every round.
And they're not really making any bank of it anyway. So you're just stuck in this evil circle, really, where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And that's a really tough spot to get out of. You have to win something like 3 rounds in a row to actually be safe from this terrible spot where Navi's in. And they don't have that many more rounds left in the first half at all. So they have to get to work fast, like right now.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. They need to get the remaining rounds. They need to get 5 to even have a hope in hell in the second half. I did like how Seized did spot out the chickens at the end there. I was going to zoom in on my own, but Seized, he did the job and then killed them. So he's a bit of a Grinch, Seized, but, it's all right. We'll forgive him this. His team isn't doing so hot as we have an antler chicken. 2 antler chickens running by. But this is a real problem because Seized, he pokes around, but now they know he's there. He gets 1. So there is that. Edward, or Guardian rather, trying to set up the crossfire and actually manages to make it work, getting a headshot. Edward is actually going to find a kill now. I called him out. We got the duel going back up in apartments. Zeus is still alive, but we've only got 2 remaining members here. Or again, this is all over the place. Taz finds one.
And Navi desperately needs this round. They do have an AK on Edward, so that's a good start. He doesn't have any form of Kevlar though, so he's gonna, well, that apparently doesn't matter for Edward.
They spotted him out as well. Now this is going to get really tough here for snax, and this is the big round. You were right. They needed it, and they went for it as well, and they managed to save 2 AKs off the mix. But that really did come down to Edward finding that AK. That was it right there.
Frags. This is the first 3 frags of the game for Edward.
And he goes ahead of Seized.
As soon as he stepped up, another round on the board for Na'Vi. And he pretty much needs to do that round after round after round right now. Because Na'Vi are in a dire spot.
This is not acceptable here as far as Na'Vi are concerned, but they will get a pretty full buy. Another thing that we have to point out is that we have really seen just a handful of rounds with Guardian on the up. Again, they just haven't been able to get the money together for him to be able to use that rifle consistently. And there we go. Now is a good setup there. starix catches snax and tries to push through the smoke. I like the hold. I like the aggressive push finally working out here for Na'Vi on Banana.
I like the fact that he actually pulls back as well.
Yeah.
He's not getting greedy.
Up there looking for it. He's actually going to go ahead and back off and maintain that man advantage. Now he is pushing up, however. This is Seized, in fact. Seized wants to get a piece of the action.
Yeah, this could be terrible for Na'Vi. If Seized goes down fast, this could be terrible for them.
because then starix gets caught out. But starix is working his way back, but here we go. Does manage to pick off byali. And there's the follow-up smoke as well. Flash, just try and buy as much time, get that smoke down, stop again from being able to push through. And as that goes down, I think we have a pause.
Yep.
So there we have the situation there. The smoke is going down, so this is really just C's trying to hold basically as best he can. Taz, the smoke is going to be pretty much on top of Taz, so he's not going to be able to see around that corner when we come back from the pause.
And starix is also just around the corner to help out C's, so...
This is a good position here for Na'Vi. They could really bank on this and, you know, just expand on the 2 kills they've already gotten here in Banana.
Absolutely. This should be Navi's round. Unless by some freak of, you know, happenings. Unless C's and starix die without getting anyone with them in a matter of 2 seconds, they should have this. Because the Guardian's already on his way towards... Yeah, we'll see this now. Guardian's already on his way towards B.
I'm paused. What the... I can't actually get on somebody. There we go. He's on the other side of the smoke. He's going to get taken out. starix is flashed. He's trying to back off as best he can. He still managed to get a parting shot on Neo. Apologies for the delay there, guys. For some reason, I couldn't actually get onto somebody to watch. But now starix again. It looks like they're just committed to this task, actually. They are going to go for it. Pasha gets in here. He tries to get the headshot on starix. But starix, with the quad kill, shuts them down this round. That was starix round right there. And it looks like Edward was the culprit for the pause. So we can go ahead and send him his way.
Definitely going to be Team Jacob from now on.
And now, 3-10. Na'Vi, they need to get the final 2. Finally, we have Guardian getting an op. That's something we have to point out here.
You just let that Twilight reference just slide past?
Yeah, I did.
Alright.
It's Twilight, dude.
It's probably for the better.
Dude, it's Twilight.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Guardian, though, he's just like, he's all about the A. He's all about the pointy letters today. He's not about the round letters, the voluptuous ones.
Oh, I remember this. The Asian dad.
I mean, that's all we're seeing here. Guardian, man, he wants the pointy letters, and this is you know, it's interesting to see that Na'Vi, they don't really want to change anything. Edward does find snax though, so that's a fine opening there for Na'Vi. And again, Na'Vi falling back. They're just going to play off of this advantage. We lose Pasha over on Banana, and again, Na'Vi, all they have to do is play back now. They just have to hold passively and not throw away the advantage they've now managed to get.
And they kind of have to figure that Guardian will be posted up in Arch. That's pretty much the only player they haven't really heard from so far in the round. So I'm not sure if I would walk up mid like they're doing right now, and it doesn't pay off where Taz gets taken down.
Yeah, that's scary. Guardian, that was like a quick shot as well. Zeus gets spotted out in Ninja, but he has the perfect flash to answer. And now Neo, last man alive, gets the headshot, goes for a second one. He's close. He gets a second kill at least. But he still doesn't manage to secure the kill, or the round at least. So, I mean, final round here, 15th round of the half, and all of a sudden Na'Vi turn everything around for themselves. We have a meaningful round coming up as well, seeing as that looks like there's enough money on AGAiN to get a full buy-in. So, 5 AKs, we will have a real round here. So is it going to be 11-4? Is it going to be 5-10? Do you think it really makes a difference when we switch the halves as well? 11-4, 5-10?
Yeah. Absolutely. Makes a huge difference. And for the first time, AGAiN actually go into the middle. They managed to take down Guardian. I don't think Guardian was ready for that.
I think it's the first time that he's seen them actually push up like that.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing it now several rounds where he's like, I'm going to just jump across, and nobody is there to challenge, and all of a sudden there's 3 guys at the bottom of mid.
Yep. That was definitely something you didn't expect, because they've either been going second mid or just straight into Banana with all the guys, with all 5, and just taking it from there. So good play coming out of AGAiN so far, catching Guardian off guard.
Fine play indeed. Neo does manage to pick off Zeus, but not before Zeus gets one of his own. So this is starting to get pretty hectic here. starix on the spot, trying to hold as best he can. He's looking for the headshot. He was almost about to get it, but Taz comes in and wrecks him. And now it's just Seized and Edward looking for the retake. The bomb is stuck in pit, but that's not going to matter in the end because it's all down to Seized in this 1-on-3. They just need to set up. There's the nade on him. He finds Taz. He finds Neo. And now we're in the 1-on-1. The bomb is dropped in pit, and Pasha needs to make his way back here, but he's on the wrong side. Oh, this is a real problem now. Seized, still alive, still in this in a meaningful way as well. Pasha Can he get the bomb? Zeus is actually backing off, but there's 20 seconds on the clock. Pasha just has to get up here and plant. And I'm wondering if Zeus didn't give too much ground. I suppose he's just expecting Pasha to come hunt for him, and that's what Pasha's doing. But now Pasha's going to get the plant, and now it turns into whether Pasha can hold or not.
Bomb has been planted.
This is such an important round for Navi as well. 10-5 makes a huge difference from 4-11.
And now,
because
and he didn't get the kill onto Pasha either. That's the thing. Now Pasha gets around the corner. Pasha can just hold as long as he wants. He's gonna even flash. C's now gonna go for the fake defuse. Pasha, he has the what
was that? That made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
What was that, Pasha?
I'm
Hold on. We actually had I just noticed. We were both like this at the same time, just like sitting here. But what was that?
That made no sense whatsoever. I mean, and no, it doesn't make sense on any level.
No, I'm trying to think about it too. I'm like, okay, maybe he actually really thought that it was just the mind games, you know, like the double bluff, like I'm going to fake defuse, but no, I'm actually really going to defuse. And Pasha was thinking, well, cool, I'll just run up and shank him and be cool. But even then, why would you run around the corner with your knife out?
And what I could have understood it if he kind of tried to jump and get behind the wall again, you know, like doing a fake jump. But he was just balls to the walls flying into quad. I mean,
Ben, I think this is gonna be one of those moments where it's just like it's gonna forever remain a mystery. Where we're just gonna sit here and be like, what was Pasha actually trying to do?
That's one for the ages. I have no idea, and that makes me a bit afraid because this could be one of those games where again, gets off to a great start, you know, leading up by 8 rounds plus, and then just collapses.
This is the scary thing, and I mean, we've talked about it as well. Again, they do great 90% of the time, and then all of a sudden,
they just, yeah.
Plummet. But now, I mean, this pistol means so much. If AGAiN can take it, that's confidence restored, and that's momentum restored. If Na'Vi take it, it's going to be very tough for AGAiN to have any kind of say in this match until much farther down the line. So, again, they're just holding as well over on the A. They're going for this like this weird play where they want to keep one guy over on Speedway and just have him rotate quickly to B, but that's going to be so close. There's a smoke from Neo, though, so he's going to be able to buy some time with this.
But Neo has to hit his shots or just survive for a long time.
Oh, and there's the flash. Neo is actually not going to manage to pull this off, is he? He's just going to get overrun. There's the shot on him. He gets taken out, and now we have the guys trying to rotate in, but the smoke is down to cut off CT. There's 5 members alive, 4 members alive, 2 members alive. What the hell is going on? Zeus and Seized. Okay, Zeus manages to get one, but then byali takes him out, and now we have Seized alone at the back of site. The hell was... what?
There's so much stuff happening.
Okay, hold on. So Pasha's still alive. Pasha goes down, but there's the kill, and they have the kit on byali. What are we witnessing here?
That was... I don't know, really. I mean, that's all I can say. So much stuff happened right there in a matter of 3 seconds. AGAiN went from being in a pretty icky situation to having the time of their lives in 3 seconds. And snax getting those 2 frags there by flowers, that was gigantic for them. A great play from snax.
That was massive. That was massive. And now, well, now all of a sudden again, but hey, look at this. Actually, Na'Vi trying to change things up as well. They're going for that other play where they just drop Edward. They get the helmet armor on him. They get the AK as well. Give him the firepower to inflict some pain.
This did not work out.
Na'Vi to turn things around and catch them off guard, but there we go. Edward managing to find one. This is looking pretty decent, but then the spray comes in. Neo with a double. byali gets one as well. Edward with 10 points of health all of a sudden, and that's not for long. byali gets another one. It's all down to Guardian now. At least he can get his teammate's AK if he can find it. Where is that?
Again, are closing in on him. And they tried this on the previous map. I think it was Cash? Could that be correct? Or did they do it? Oh, no, they did it on Dust too. And it did not work out. As I was saying that this round, Edward actually got a kill, and that could have translated into an open B site. Although it didn't quite pan out for them. Right now, they're just taking a beating over and over. This is very similar to what we saw in Dust 2. AGAiN just seem very in control over what's happening.
They do. They really do seem to be just to have this things unlocked. But now, there we go. Bit of a push coming in here in the apartments. Couple P250s bought, so they have some firepower here on Navi's side, but this is still the team. Again, just hanging in there. Neo executes seized over on the banana side of things. And now we just have the 4 members off the line. Good shots coming out from starix. Forces Pasha around the corner, but Pasha comes out. The flash for himself. Runs out of bullets on the FAMAS, but his teammate byali is there to make up for it. He's going to be the only man. Going down for now, at least. starix drops to 4, though. This is looking pretty hairy here. Taz is pretty low, but byali and snax managed to seal things up. 13-5, 4 again. 3 rounds away from putting Navi in the loser bracket of StarSeries VIII.
And this entire day has just been weird. Well, I mean, we did predict this would be a 3-map contest. This would play out the entire best of 3, most likely between these two teams. But none of these maps have been really close. It's either been AGAiN stomping Navi or Navi stomping AGAiN. And we're seeing this again. This time, it's obviously AGAiN's time to, you know, put down the hammer. And as I say that, snax just goes to town.
Oh, dude, that was brutal. There's starix. He gets one on byali over on the A. So this is still a 4-on-2. Guardian with a great position catches Neo as he tries to rotate through. But he takes quite a bit of damage himself. And now, well, now things are going to start getting hairy here. Guardian falls back over, actually to cross between second mid. He's stuck here, however. This is the problem. But starix with some great shots takes snax out. They turn a 2 versus 5 into a 2-on-2 in just a few shots.
And this is, again, being a bit overconfident.
Calm down, lads. That's the thing. They need an NBK on their team to just be like, shut up and cool off. Because these guys are getting ahead of themselves right now.
Sit the fuck down.
Exactly. That's exactly how NBK was going for at EMS, as we see Guardian find the headshot onto Taz, and now all of a sudden again they had an excellent round, and it's looking pretty bleak here. It's all going to be on Pasha. He's going to get up onto the spot. There's a smoke to stop things. He has the flash. So scary. There's another one going in. He goes for it, but starix gets it done, and now starix with 16. Guardian with 5 or 6, but that was a robbery right there. Navi somehow turned that into a winning situation. That should have never happened.
If Navi ends up pulling up a comeback in this game, I think every member on AGAiN will kick themselves for that single round. That round was won. As you said, it was a 5-on-2 situations, and 10 seconds later, it's a 2v2. How does that happen?
How does that happen? That's the thing. It's just going in one at a time and giving aimers like Guardian the opportunity to shoot you in the face with an AK. That's a real problem. And now, I mean, granted, again, they still have a hell of a safety net. They have a lot of rounds to buffer with, but that's still a round that you just shouldn't lose. Like, even if you've got, you know, like freaking 8 rounds ahead of them, 8 rounds or 7 rounds to play with.
Yeah.
This shouldn't happen.
Exactly, and it's better to be 9 rounds up than 7 rounds up.
Than 7, exactly. So now, well, now we wait and see as Navi. They're really slow playing it. This is kind of the hallmark trade here from Navi. You know, just taking their time. Again, looking for picks. And it looks like now they're going to shift over to B. They know that there's only going to be one guy behind that smoke. That kind of aggressive smoke. You see it time and time again. You just hold solo on banana. So I think that they're thinking, well, okay, well, if there's only one guy on the spot, he's the only one we have to deal with. And so far, again, they've got 4 guys over on A. 2 guys quickly rotating through now as Neo is surely calling out, but the insta-gib comes out, sees with the headshot on Neo, completely clears up the site. And now, again, at this point,
they're not even trying.
They're not even trying, yeah.
And, you know, given their money situation, that's fair. They can try. It's going to be a hard retake either way. Odds are not in their favor being a man down, so might as well reset. get a PG-50 armor on Neo and just take it from there.
Losing byali. Losing byali is a problem.
And byali was a bit of a lone ranger right there. He was way, like he was not even close to any of his teammates.
Well, the 3 teammates are still going to live, so that's something to keep in mind there. 3 teammates will live through that. But then two of them on AGAiN's side don't actually have enough to drop the full drop, and byali is going to go for a FAMAS armor, so he will have gotten a drop. But Neo, we see Neo just with the P250.
And I think that's the correct decision to do as well. You're getting the most out of your money basically by doing that.
Maximum value.
Yeah.
Getting all the nades. Nades, armor, and 4 kits. So yeah, they aren't skimping right now on the peripherals.
And we can see Navi pushing up towards Banana, but I don't think they'll commit to this, seeing how the bomb is dropped down in pit. Seems like Zeus will be the one going for it in a bit. No, it's actually inside a house. Unless the overview is completely glitching. No, it was in pit. Guardian picks it up, so they might do a set strat towards B right now. It kind of looks like they at least want to put a lot of pressure onto the A-bomb site with the starix and
Well, see, we see the smoke going down onto CT, so that's kind of the preliminary action here. But there's a smoke blocking them off. That's the thing. Do Navi really want to push through this smoke into AGAiN? And we know that AGAiN have rifles, but Navi can't be certain that they don't either. So this is, and they see nades as well, so they have to assume. But there's a second smoke going down onto CT, and it is going to be the play. Snax whips out the knife, he goes through, and he actually gets 1 before getting taken out. He came close to getting a second as well, but now it's just Neo, 7 points of health. And he's actually going to get the flank off, but it's still 1-for-1 trades. This isn't good enough. This
is not what they wanted.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. We have 2 guys remaining, Taz and byali. That's it. That's it. They have to hold on to these rifles now. AGAiN find themselves in this position. We actually have to just eco. We have to just save these guns. We cannot afford to give them up for free.
But in a situation like this, I'm reluctant to save, because the majority of your team will not be able to afford weapons either way. I mean, it's a, well, now it's a 1v3, but it was a 2v3. People have taken damage. I think it's worth giving a shot, because you're gonna, like, the guy who's saving it will have to eco the very next round if they lose again. So you're kind of just, well, halting progress really economically for your entire team, because you're never going to get a level with your amount of money.
No, that's a real issue, isn't it? It's just they're stretching as best they can. I think we have a pause coming in here, so
yeah,
bit of a pause, guys. So a little bit of a delay, but it lets us go ahead and take a look at the fun stats actually. You know, seeing as how in most of the strat, you know, most of the time we can't actually have the time to pull these up in any relevant way. But now, you know, as far as total damage dealt, at least, you know, we have Snax leading the board so far in the second half, at least for AGAiN, and starix for Navi. So this is interesting. As far as headshots, I just want to check headshot percentage, because why not, you know?
Yeah.
Who's actually doing pretty well here? It looks like, well, Taz has jumped up pretty drastically, but that's all we're going to see from the graphs right now, guys. We're getting back into the game, and we're getting into an eco here for AGAiN. So this is not the best of situations for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is not great. I mean, positive
energy.
The positive thing is they do have a couple of rounds to I guess not play around with, but they can afford to give away a couple of rounds without starting to freak out.
They can. I mean, they still have that safety net. It's still there, but it's getting.
It could have been 14,
scary now.
and it could have been 14.
It really
That's the bigger part.
That's the thing. They could have been on the brink of taking a 15th round. Instead, now they're still 3 rounds away from securing the win. This is still very hard here for, well, for Neo and the lads. And Neo, well, Neo takes a lot of damage through that smoke. He manages to keep alive. Edward comes in, catches the one. Edward has to know there's another one there, and he does, in fact, find Neo. So Taz is going to be the last man alive here, and so far he's got the 5-7. But the bomb is over at B. He's on the wrong side of the map to really have an impact.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he just wants to see if he can get a pick on starix over in Arch there, but he's not going to be that lucky.
Well, it's like,
and
Van, at this point, what do you think AGAiN need to be doing? Like that's the real thing, because all of a sudden we're just
they need money.
you just
It's
need
as
money.
easy as that. They just have to collectively have 5 people fully decked with grenades. Also, I would not let up the B bomb site that easily. We've seen over and over again Neo being alone on B site versus at least 4 Navi players, and even though it's Neo, that's a tough thing to handle. Like, there's not much you can do about it, especially with the nades Navi are throwing. So I would be slower on my rotations and basically just get everyone fully decked. Right now, though.
We may have that opportunity here now, seeing as how we do have a full buy coming in here for AGAiN.
Yeah.
Pretty healthy number of nades. They've already chucked quite a few of them, so don't let that fool you. They did get a pretty good buy-in, but now Navi again not really giving them the opportunity. They went for an aggressive play, an aggressive push, in fact, on Banana to take control of it. Mollies, smokes, and 3 guys pushing down, but nobody was there from Navi. So all of a sudden that play kind of falls flat for AGAiN, and well, Navi now just saying, well, okay, it looks like we're going to go ahead and shape up for the A play. In fact, look for the picks if we can. We do have the crossfire setup here on quad, so this could be advantageous here for AGAiN, but it is still up to whether they can execute or not. Find the shots. That's what it's all about here. Guardian does take a little bit of damage.
Navi are really taking their time. Oh,
They
as
are.
I say that, they push up here, but
But that was a slow push. I mean, they could have
Yeah.
YOLO'd and gone out, but instead they really took their time about it and just slowly worked their way out for that well-timed double-pronged assault. And now all of a sudden we're looking at Taz sitting here solo in the pit. He's been spotted out as well. starix knows he's there, and starix does get the kill, but Edward comes in to save the day for Navi. Gets that one down, but we still have a quick rotation coming in here. We still have 2 members left alive for AGAiN. And well, Edward is waiting over in Boiler. This is such an annoying spot. He doesn't react in time. He doesn't manage to avoid the blind. And now it is all down to Zeus to defend this. But he's in a great position and doesn't find the shot. Neo, quick headshot onto Seized. Opens up the site. And that is, again, right back in control here.
that was a nice flick shot.
Has been defused.
That was
Nice
quick.
look.
That was quick. I
Yeah,
could have
that
sworn
was
that
quick.
starix was going to get that and turn it into a 1 and go on.
Yeah, I had this exact same feeling. But now, finally, again at 14 rounds, where they should have been quite some time ago, actually. It's kind of funny because the round they lost, that 5v2, that's the one that sent them into this this dark place, I guess you could call it, where
This
they had
downward
to. So yeah, and where they had to save over and over and have sort of half-assed buys. So they finally grab one back, finally 14 rounds, and maybe we'll be able to get that all-important 15th round.
Yeah, I mean, they're again going for this kind of, well, it's really frustrating that their name is AGAiN, just because I
Yeah.
want to say AGAiN all the time, but then it's just like redundant because we're saying their name again. But
I'll just do it anyway.
doesn't really matter, whatever, it'll turn into a tongue twister. But this is still them playing for aggressive holds on B, trying to shepherd Navi in here, and this is working out perfectly. Pasha and byali both getting kills. Guardian does manage to find one from up in the apartments on balcony. He is going to open things up, and he is the last member alive here for Navi. He's looking to push out and catch one of the guys rotating in from B, see if he can actually even things up, bring it back to a 1v2. But the flank is there. snax finds the shot, and that is the 15th round here for the Polish team. Again, 1 round away from putting Navi into the loser bracket of StarSeries VIII. And moving on to face-off versus Game Pub, man.
Obviously, I mean, who didn't expect this starting off the day? I mean, come on.
This is the expected outcome, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, This is just so weird, but I love this. Look at this. Na'Vi looking to actually punish the aggressive play. They're looking to get right up here and see if they can get some damage done on Banana, but it is not going to happen this time around. We still have some good shots going out. In fact, Neo taking a hefty bit of damage, but he does manage to remove Zeus from the board. There's still 3 members here for Na'Vi, but Snax gets one before getting taken out. There's still 2 members left alive, and they're running face first into destruction. Na'Vi are put down into the loser bracket. 16-9 the final score. Again, ESC, Universal Soldiers, whatever you want to call them,